We've lost 2 iron workers this year. We wanted to lose 0. We haven't achieved our goal. So Ed, you're an iron worker. How the hell did you stay alive your years as an iron worker?
Well, I spent 20 years in the field. But every minute of 20 years, I was thinking. Because every day I wanted to go home, I wanted to see my wife, I wanted to see my kids, I wanted to see my friends, I wanted to enjoy myself. I did it at work, but I did it in a safe fashion.
You had safety men all over the jobs in
Oh
those
yeah,
days?
there was one with every guy, yeah. We all had our own safety man, but it was me. I was my safety man, you're your safety man, you're your own safety man.
What are the 3
You
things?
need the safety man on the job in today's environment because of the rules and the regulations, but the common sense things are the things that you have to take care of. The basics.
If you could teach every iron worker 3 or 4 rules, what are the 3 rules you teach them?
Well, it's the first things you learn when you become an iron worker. When I became an iron worker, we didn't have the high quality, technologically advanced training facilities that we have today. Everybody didn't have an apprenticeship program. Some places you became a punk. I was a punk. That's what you were called. You weren't an apprentice boy. Well, you were an apprentice boy, but you were a punk. But the guys who called you that were the same guys who taught you the business. Okay? And they taught you, the first thing they taught you was to go home every night and to be able to count to 20, to be safe. Hey kid, get on the American side of that load. Well, what does that mean? It means that you're always in a safe place. No matter how dangerous the task you're performing is, you're always doing it in a safe fashion. Your fingers are not somewhere where they're going to be cut off, or your toes. You are not directly under a load. You are nowhere where that load falling or spraying can hit you, hurt you, or your partner. You're looking out for him the same as you're looking out for yourself because he's doing it for you. You're watching over each other. But you're the guy who's watching, not that safety man. You're the guy who's watching. So you're always on the American side. When that load's getting up, we don't just signal it up and turn around and say, hey, what was the score last night of that game? We're getting out of the way, okay? We're conscious of this. We're getting out of the way of the load. So God forbid, something happens, that load isn't going to come down and it's not going to hit us. If something fails on that load, whether it's the choker, whether it's the cable, whether it's a safety hook, whatever it is, nothing's going to cause that thing to hurt us if it comes down. And if you're the guy up there who's waiting for the load, you're waiting for it in a position where it's not going to pin you into something. You're always thinking of being on the American side, the safe side of that load. Simple. And whatever the task, if there's not a load involved, whatever the things around you are, you always have to be aware of your surroundings and keep yourself on the American side. Plain and simple. Don't get caught in the bite. Any place, and a bite doesn't just refer to a line. The bite of a line is basically the inside where a line can part or break loose and come and snap into you and hurt you. And it's B-I-G-H-T. It's an old nautical term, the bite. And that's something you hear on the job all the time. Hey kid, get out of the bite. Don't be in the bite. Any place, whether it's between 2 pieces of steel that can come together and crush you or break your legs or whatever. Don't be in the bite. But these are things that need to be in your mind at all times. And the third thing, when you see a man doing something that needs a hand, never leave him in a strain. Don't say, well, that poor guy should have help. You be the help. You go help him. Because otherwise he can be hurt too. And then you remind him, you shouldn't have been doing that by yourself. Never leave a man in a strain. And all these things put together, you're the safety man. Yeah, you have one there to make sure you're doing the right thing in the controlled zone and that you're observing all the OSHA regulations and then you're not in violation, but ultimately you are the safety man. Common sense. Let's use it. Let's think.